institution of man. True. Or woman. Go ahead. And so what we have to do is personalize the relationship of humanity with those people out there who are caught within a religious context. You have to, I don't want to kid you, this is a difficult issue. This is really tough. Talk about this. Put on Sony, Let's talk about this. Is everybody is spiritual. Everybody is spiritual. And everybody looks for, in spirituality, how do you define your relationship with God? And we've allowed people to define our relationship with God based on certain doctrines. And so, how do you break out of that? How do you convince people that you deserve the same rights of anybody else? Particularly the religious right. I don't think you can do that. But what I think we can do speak to our neighbor, to a school teacher, to a bank president, to the gardener, to your parents, that I, or you, am the same person that you have known for all your life, and that my sexuality should not define who I am. Yeah. But my character defines who I am. How I love somebody else, how I treat somebody else, is the definition of who I am, not my sexual orientation. That has nothing to do with a definition of who I am as a person. Yeah. But if you do not engage in that conversation, then we allow the religious doctrine to define us. And the religious doctrine, which has been wrong for thousands of years, because King James was crazy himself. And the Bible was written by how many different authors? 66 different authors. And the book of Job was a playwright that took over 100 years to write. But, I almost got kicked out of my own church for saying that. But what's important is to explain to people that you and I are no different as a human being than anybody else. And what has to happen is you have to challenge people. And what here's the thing. We cannot argue with people about the rights that you deserve. True. You can't do that. You have to ask people why you should not deserve the same rights that they have. Hear what I'm saying? I was in Alabama 2 weeks ago talking to an Alabama preacher about the issue of marriage equality. I thought I was going to be beat up. The simple question I asked is it just to deny one group of people the same rights that another group of people have simply because you do not agree with their life philosophy? He never answered the question. He never.
No.
He went from the 13th and the 14th and the 15th Amendment. He went all the way back to the 1865 Emancipation Proclamation. And I said, oh, well, I can answer the simple question. Is it just to deny one group of people the same rights that another group of people have because you don't agree with their life philosophy? And you know, the simple answer was, no, you can't. But he couldn't answer that question. So the burden is not upon us, but the burden is upon other people to answer the question of whether or not they're just in what they're doing. We're not wrong for demanding equal rights. And oftentimes I think that the minority feels that we're wrong or that we're the underdog or that we're less than equal in demanding equal rights.